right, good afternoon, Mr. Howard. Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide is true and accurate?
I do.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Jorde?
Thank you. Mr. Howard, have you flown in from out of state to be here specifically to provide testimony today?
Yes.
And you are either the owner or beneficiary of, I believe, 6 separately targeted parcels for eminent domain, is that correct?
6 parcels under the, excuse me, the Jane N. Howard Trust. I'm the trustee and sole beneficiary.
All right, and that land's all in Palo Alto County?
It is.
Okay, and you, on behalf of the trust as trustee, have caused to be pre-filed testimony along with certain exhibits in this matter, is that right?
That is correct.
And if we walk through each and every one of those questions and answers, would your answers here today be substantially similar to what you've previously given?
They would.
And does anything jump out of you at this time of a correction that's you believe necessary to be made?
I have a few corrections, yes.
Can you tell us the first correction?
The first correction on my PFT is page 2.
And perhaps
if we want to bring that up.
It's 342.
Okay.
Great.
Line starting. Line starting. What have you done to educate yourself? I need to add that we've spent probably well over 100, 200 hours at least educating ourselves, being involved in this. This has been a major time suck for us. Not just myself, but my wife. My wife, Cindy, has actually spent probably more time paying attention to the online hearings because I have a full-time job. I can't dedicate 8 hours a day to watching these proceedings as much as I would like to. Beyond that, gosh, there's just been all kinds of information we've had to educate ourselves on, mostly about pipelines and the process, because this was all foreign to us when we were kind of hit with this out of the blue 2 years ago. We didn't know at the time that we had any recourse. We were just kind of given a stack of envelopes from Summit. 27 envelopes, actually, because there are 27 parcels associated with this property. Only 6 are affected, but we got this stack. So that was our first inclination that something was going on, and we didn't know anything about this company. Never heard of it. Never heard of CO2 pipeline. So we had to spend quite a bit of time figuring out what is this all about? What is this associated with? What is Summit Carbon Solutions? And just the more we dig into it, the less we like.
And then kind of sticking to the corrections, did you have an additional correction to note?
Yeah. I think on the same page where we start with getting back to your land in question. It was page 2 on my document. Anyway, it was related to CRP. Yeah, the whole 6 parcels. It's like 1.5 miles in length that the pipeline is proposed to run through. That's all CRP. I think what I didn't state in the PFT is that the whole point of the CRP is to preserve that land, which is highly erodible, from washing away in the Des Moines River. As well, we'll probably eventually bring up that KMZ map, but we are right on the Des Moines River, and that is definitely highly erodible land. We've looked at our soil types. it's kind of the ideal type of land you would want in a CRP. It's not especially prime cropland. It's kind of right down there on the river, as I said. It's actually between two water courses, the Des Moines River, and then there's an older channel. And if you can't really tell looking at the KMZ map because it looks like it's older imagery. But if you look at the beacon maps from the Palo Alto County Assessor's Office, their GIS map, you can clearly see there's all kinds of oxbows. There's old channels that are evident because when that imagery was flown in 2020, I think that the grass was substantially shorter, and you could really pick out the distinctions in soil types there. So you can see that it's really kind of, I hate to call my own farmland marginal, but it's had problems over the years because of where it is and because of the nature of the soils. I mean, we're talking about a potentially high water table. If it ever rains again, it does get wet there. It does. There are spots that fill up. We have, like I said, oxbows. We have one tile line on that, which is amazing given how wet it can be. But the whole purpose of that tile line is to drain one of those oxbows and keep that from filling up.
Okay, and then before I offer your exhibits and turn you over, was there any other correction you thought was important to note?
Yeah, I think on the next page, the question starting as you analyze Summit's proposed route. I talk about the proximity to a residence, and